Guys, welcome aboard. This is now part 2 of day 2 of the Longevity Summit here with the Longevity Docs at Cannes. I want to give a quick update because there was one group that was fantastic that we just heard from, and that was founder Darshan Shah. Dr. Shah is a surgeon who dealt with adversity, health adversity, and that led him to an epiphany that he could no longer just simply exist as a doctor. He revealed he had an autoimmune disease, diabetes, he was overweight. A similar sort of to Peter Attia's story where he had a come to Jesus moment where he realized that he needed to do more than just be a surgeon. And so he gave his history on using ambulatory surgical centers and then reaching breaking point scale where he maxed out, he burned out, and he realized he needed to pivot to something called Next Health. For those that know Next Health, it is one of the leading longevity clinic franchise expansions in the space. And he detailed his story of how board members tried to get him to compromise his values, how board members focused growth over foundation, and how he overcame those challenges. And I think this is such a brilliant discussion because it teaches all of us, I think, as physicians or as patients seeking longevity, don't take shortcuts. Don't don't settle for quick fixes. Focus instead on building a solid foundation and delivering care and thinking big. And so as a patient, I would say the following. Be careful because there are a lot of fly-by-night companies out there with board members that are pushing doctors to do things that they probably shouldn't do. I'm a big fan of hyperbaric oxygen, but I'll tell you right now, hyperbaric oxygen chambers need physician supervision. And so I think it's very important that you get that. In addition to that, another thing that I wanted to add in our small group was the point that not just GMP abided by, but it has to be GMP certified. And so I think that's important whether you're dealing with exosomes or stem cells or exosomes from stem cells, whether you're dealing with different types of mesenchymal stem cells like Muse cells. What you need to understand is the cells are only as good as the donor and the manufacturing. Pradeep Albert made another point about this is when you grow cells, they're in a broth. They're in a culture medium. And if they're in that medium, guess what? They're subject to all of the toxins that are in that medium. So you need to make sure that it's a good medium. And I could tell you, we did this when I was a clinical fellow in genetics and a resident in genetics at Mount Sinai. We would often talk about the IVF medium, the culture medium for the cells. And frankly, there's some reporter elements in the mediums that can cause toxic effects. And so it's very important that if you're a physician or you're receiving cells out of a bottle rather than from yourself, that you better make sure you know what's in it before you let them inject it in you. So that's the taking away point for the last two talks. One, seek GMP and know what you're getting in an injection or an IV, know everything that's in it, make sure that it's certified and properly regulated. Number two, do not let board members or other people cause you to settle on your physician principles. Focus on the patient first and primum non nocere. So that is the lunch lecture that happened. People are going to start returning for lunch soon. I look forward to filling you in on that. And for all of those who didn't catch me live, I'm going to post all of these. I'm going to edit and put all of them together. And I will do that when I get back from Cannes, France. So wishing you a fine adieu, and I will see you soon. And for those who are striving, I hope you achieve your goals for a life well lived.